Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about a situation that kind of unfolded, especially over on Twitter over the last few days. It involves a pretty popular Warzone streamer slash Call of Duty ex-player. If you've been in the Call of Duty scene, you may know Rallied, who has kind of in the last few years taken off more as a Warzone streamer exclusively, kind of leaving the competitive Call of Duty scene, I guess, a little bit more behind, but Rallied has recently had a pretty big situation, to say the least, unfold, and it's one of those ones, man, I don't know how you can come back from this. It seems like that Rallied's career might just be over with at this point, man. So, in short, let's just say another person got a video from years ago or whatever posted in which they said some pretty racist and foul shit, and that person turned out to allegedly be Rallied. Now, I do want to go ahead and say that a lot of the, I guess, evidence in this isn't concrete, you know what I'm saying? It's not like someone took a video and Rallied's face is in it and he says this, but he did openly say it sounded like his voice. He did say basically that it was him, he doesn't remember it or whatever, and that he's sorry. So at this point, man, it's gonna go ahead and go against him anyway. And I kind of just want to talk about this situation. So Rallied had this video come out in a car, and there was this woman crossing the street, I think with her child or something like that. And, I mean, I can't repeat what he said, obviously, so go ahead and take a listen.
You're not, like,
I fucking see it.
You're looking the other way.
I literally see what's going on in front of me.
Kill this fucking black little monkey.
It's like, fuck.
This fucking big orangutan with her cub. This is fucking...
Alright, man, let's just go ahead and get this out the way. Obviously, you can't say that, right? Like, that's not acceptable. I mean, it's pretty understandable that if you say some shit like that, that people are not only going to be upset, but, like, your career could be in jeopardy. I mean, there are consequences to saying shit like this. And a lot of people obviously were very hurt and pissed off by this, but I think his response to the whole thing is what really kind of buried him. So a lot of people were upset by this, but then more stuff kind of came out, and this stuff is a little confusing too. It kind of revolved around his ex-girlfriends, and they accused him of having like abusive relationships with them. They released some text messages, and the name was crossed out in the iMessages, but it is accused against Rallied, so there's a bunch of different stuff kind of accusing Rallied of being kind of a shithead, right? I mean, he says some pretty racist and offensive shit, and then, you know, a couple of his ex-girlfriends come out and they start talking about how toxic their relationship was with him and stuff like that. And it led to a pretty big situation on Twitter. People were talking about it pretty constantly, and, you know, with his back, I guess, forced against the wall is when Rallied decided he needed to apologize. His apology was what really kind of added fuel to the fire. So it was a 6-minute apology, and it was as generic of a YouTuber apology as you could get. And I don't honestly know how many times we have to see a situation like this unfold, right? Where like somebody does some shit and, you know, they come out with an apology, but the apology video is somehow so bad that they can't even be forgiven for it because it's clearly fucking fake. That's what we're talking about. It's the, I don't know how I'm gonna start this, the fake crying and shit like that, right? That's basically what we see here. So the video, might I add, was unlisted, okay? So this video is titled Apology. The only way that I could personally find this video was by going to Rallied's Twitter and just, you know, finding the link that he put there. So let's go ahead and take a listen into this apology and see what's up.
And I'm not sure the context on the video. I don't know what the hell was going on. I don't know. I literally do not. I didn't recall these events taking place, but I mean, it's my voice, and I'm clearly it's my voice, it sounds like me, and I just want to truly apologize for ever saying anything like this and anything like this ever coming out of my mind. And it just is so taboo to me as the person that I am today. To hear my old self talk like this just really breaks my heart.
Alright, so what you just saw is kind of like a common theme, right? For like all the things that he's been called out for recently, and I'll talk about the girlfriend stuff here in a minute, but he'll constantly say things like, oh, I don't recall that happening, or I don't remember any of this, or, you know, I have no recollection of these things. He does this pretty often, okay, in all of these different circumstances. And what this really kind of comes off across as is basically him avoiding responsibility / accountability. So even if like he knows that he did it, or like he just said in that video, I mean, it sounds like my voice, it sounds like me, I'm sorry that I said that, but I have no recollection of this, right? So what he'll do is he'll say, oh, I don't remember me doing this. I can't believe that I would do something like this. I don't remember. I don't have any recollection, but I'm sorry for it anyways. That's basically what he's been doing. And, you know, not really a great way to apologize. I mean, yeah, I guess if you really don't remember doing these things, I can understand that, right? Like, yeah, you don't remember, that's cool, but the way that it's kind of coming off across, like, it just seems very disingenuous, and it seems like, you know, he's, instead of just saying, I'm sorry that I did this, I don't know why I did this, I have moved forward from this type of behavior, he waits to say that until the end after, you know, he basically says, oh, bro, I don't remember saying this, I don't know that I said this is crazy, I can't believe my old self would talk this way, and a lot of people did not take that very well. They were quite pissed because instead of actually apologizing, it seems like he's just dodging it, but
for the past 10 years, I've just really tried to spread nothing but good energy out into the world. And now this video's out here, and I said this horrible stuff years ago, or I'm not sure exactly when it came out, but it is not what I stand for. It is not what I represent. I do not like hurting people.
Another thing about this video that kind of pisses me off is for a very good portion of it, you know, he does this almost like a fake cry, right? Like he does all the mannerisms of crying, like, you know, he'll do like the weird blinking and shit, and like he'll look emotional, right? But throughout all of that, right, I never saw any sort of like tear streaks, and this is common in these YouTube apologies. What people will do when they're apologizing is they pretend to cry or whatever so that it looks like they're sorry and they're being genuine, but they're not actually crying. This looks like actor crying to me. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, maybe the camera just isn't picking up, you know, the brightened pixels or whatever from his fucking tear streaks or whatnot, but it looks pretty disingenuous once again, and people were shitting on him for fake crying.
In terms of Azalea and Isla, guys, I've honestly, I thought that we privately handled a lot of this stuff. It's been years in some cases, and numerous apologies in person and in private, and I just really wish that you guys could have maybe just reached out to me instead of posting all this stuff. Like, we could have settled this. Like, I thought we had.
All right, so this is kind of referring to the whole girlfriend drama. So a couple of his ex-girlfriends came to Twitter, one of them posting screenshots that was purportedly, I guess, like a message exchange between Rallied and her. I'll have that up on the screen now. You can choose to pause it and read through it, but there's a lot. But these messages, if they are Rallied, basically show him to be kind of like a manipulative, maybe even an abusive person, right? Where, you know, he's saying some pretty fucked up shit. Whoever's in these texts, right? Like, you shouldn't be talking to people like this, man. But the one thing I do kind of want to bring up out of all of this is, after, you know, these relationships have been ended for apparently years, why are these women suddenly now kind of jumping out with these screenshots, right? Like, why did they wait until this controversy unfolded to kind of fucking add on to everything? I'm not saying that they shouldn't have released these messages or they shouldn't have said anything, but the timing is quite fucking convenient. You know what I mean? Like, the timing is extremely convenient that years later, you know, this, I guess, controversy unfolds around your ex-boyfriend, and then all of a sudden then the horrible messages that you sent, or that he sent you, are now, I guess, worthy of the public seeing. They weren't worthy of being used to expose a toxic, horrible boyfriend who was so abusive and that you feared for your life and shit, but you didn't release these earlier. I mean, I'm not, once again, saying that they shouldn't have been released or that these women are lying or anything, but at the end of the day, the timing is very convenient, and I just don't think that they should have been released right now. They should have been released earlier if this is all true, but that's my personal 2 cents on that one. And he went on to say with a tweet under the apology link, also, for the record, Hila was the one that recorded and released the video. Even through all the hate, I still respect everyone's opinions, and I wish everyone reading this the best in life. I'm sorry, and I will be better. So Rallied kind of got buried for all of this. I mean, support for him publicly has not been on his side. It's been very against him, and to kind of ice the whole cake over here, let's go ahead and take a look at this. So he posted his apology video on September 30th, 2021. It got 37,000 views. It did turn into a pretty big situation for him. That's more views than he has subscribers, might I add, but you'll see that this apology is unlisted, which, if you don't know what that means, on YouTube, an unlisted video means you have to have the URL/link to even watch the video. It's not going to appear in the search bar. It's not going to appear in recommended on channel pages. You have to look for the link itself. So him putting this link out's the only way people saw this video. But on the exact same day, on the exact same channel he posted The new King AR in Warzone, best EM2 class setup with the likes and dislikes turned off as well as the comments being turned off. So, not a very good fucking look when you're facing a career-altering controversy that ruins a lot of your business opportunities for you to make an unlisted, generic YouTuber apology that doesn't seem sincere, but also on the same day then upload a public The New King AR in Warzone best EM2 class setup video and hide the likes, dislikes, and comments. So, people are tearing his shit up online right now, and I don't think his career is going to be the same that it ever was. Obviously, you know, in the Call of Duty League or whatever, right? Probably not ever now. These kind of controversies definitely would hurt their business prospects, but also in terms of streaming, because a lot of people seem to have turned against him. I don't know how this is going to end up, but I don't think it's going to be good. So, with that being said, though, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubTheOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, using the new King AR in Warzone, and signing out.